hip hop artist. Yeah, just pretty much strictly rap. I haven't tried much else, but yeah, it's just all I've ever done. How I got into rap, that's a long answer. When I was like 11, 12, sort of area, I was at a bad place in my life. I got a twin brother, and he was very sick for a long time. So it sort of put my family and him through a lot of, stress and a lot of just dark times. And it was because of that, we're getting bullied a lot at school, real bad. But kids just have no filter, man. Kids don't give a fuck. And we're sort of going through that. I was failing everything I did. I wasn't going to school a lot. My family was sort of just in this weird, broken place. And I found rap. I found this. I don't know how I got the MP3 player. I don't really know. I just sort of busted up sort of Bali MP3 player, and it must have been one of my cousins, I'm guessing. But yeah, I sort of got into it, and then I was walking with my mum one day in Midland, and the first song that come on was M, The Way I Am. And just the rage. I'd heard radio shit before, but I'd never heard real fucking rap, and hearing he was just angry at the world. I was angry at the fucking world, and it just resonated with me. I connected with it just instantly there, and just the rage in his voice, everything, Then it had about 10 songs, next song like Big Pun, like Twins Deep cover when, dead in the middle, some middleman, like, then the next song was like Jay-Z, old school, like, jigga the J, jigga the A, jigga the Y, jigga the Z. It's all this real old, it just got me instantly. And I remember getting in the car after work, walking in the shots with my mum, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, my mum's just raised on, Eagles and like cultures and shit. She's like, oh, that's Eminem, And I was like, what about his other shit? And she's like, I don't fucking know, it's just rap. And then she really, bought me a lot of rap, never held me back in anything and shit, and my whole life I've had, rappers posted all from floor to ceiling in my room, so that's all I've ever fucking done. And it just helped me through that time, is, all I had back then, and, it gives you a voice when you don't fucking have one, so, yeah.
It's like, it's almost therapeutic, like when you read someone articulates you're feeling better than you could.
That's
and
exactly
then
right, yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, I've always been, those were the words I was searching for, but then someone else fulfills them for you, and you're like, I'm not crazy, these feelings are legit.
Yeah, it's exactly how I felt. I honestly thought, I watched heaps of Dragon Ball Z back then. I was in the shops, I was convinced I was going to turn Super Saiyan in the fucking shops. I was hearing this shit like, what the fuck is this? It's crazy. I never got that feeling from anything else in my life.
Yeah.
I never have, and it still gives me that to this day. Like, that new shit. I love it. On my way here, oh god, what was that actually? Yeah. I was listening to the new Kanye song. Yeah, Easy, with the game in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's it. He's got some shit. I've been bumming his album a lot. Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of Kate Sullivan lately. Stuff. Yeah, I bump him a lot. Everyone locally much. Shout out Kate. I love him. He knows a lot of them.
That's so cute.
I've been writing rhymes. I never put anything out for such a long time because I just didn't have any confidence and shit. I never thought I could. I was never a really out there person. I always been real, stuck to myself. But probably been writing since I was 12, 13 years old now, for that decade now. So I've relied on that shit to get me through a lot of stuff. I'm just I feel like recently, I've rapped for so long, but I was never in the scene. I was never doing shows, I was never doing gigs. I never thought I could do that shit. I never thought I could get on stage in front of people. I can't talk in front of people, but if there's a beat, I can sing. That Ruinous can do it. It doesn't have to be me, but I'm sort of fresh in that aspect of it all. So I'm really just loving that at the moment. And I do like other genres and definitely. I like to singing and go all sorts of stuff, but rap's definitely where my heart is. So how I come up with the name Ruinous was probably when I first started writing rhymes. I was just writing rhymes to deal with these kids at school who were fucking me up every day. So I just write rhymes to sort of go at them when I'm just in my room and shout out, never to their face, don't beat me up. But I started thinking of names for a long time. I couldn't think of anything. I asked my brother. My brother's real smart. He's written books and shit like that. And I asked him. I wanted to start with R because my real name starts with R. I wanted to be sort of, I looked up to M so much. M was all fucking, and Royce and everyone, but I wanted something sort of similar length that I could shorten if, it needed to be like, I get Rui a lot. But I just wanted something like that, something that meant something and he come up to me, he got away with it for a bit, and then he came up to me and he said rawness. And I was like, yeah, what does that mean? He said it means to destroy. And I was like, yeah, fucking done. We're done, you know? And he thought of it as well. I hold that close to me, you know, that's a big reason for it. So, yeah. My favourite show that I've done, well, there's a lot. Bitters would be a lot. When I got to open for Bitter in Margaret River, you know, that was a big, I'd idolised him for a long time, you know, and getting to meet him. And that Jack Rabbit show we did with him as well, that young artist comp, that was probably one of the best ones, the young artist, because it was like, he just had a sold out fucking show at his album release. And, you know, I'd listen to this guy at school going home to the bus and shit, and it's like, holy fuck, I just want to show, you know, like, get to share a stage with him. And that was definitely, you know, a top 3. And probably the first show I ever did was probably one of maybe my favourite, you know, because I was so nervous. I had no one. I never thought I could fucking do it. You know, I'd gotten up on stage when I was like, you know, 17, 18 sort of thing at these underage shows. So before I was 18, but I sort of bombed a couple of times, and I was just thrown off from there. I never wanted to really. I was too nervous to go back up there. And the first show I did recently, you know, like when I first started again, just the feeling. It was just rappers there. It was fucking 5 people there. You know, there was no audience. There was no drama, no nothing. It was just rappers. And, you know, I got up there and then
Passionate people.
It was just passionate motherfuckers, you know. And that's how I met a lot of, you know, that's how I met 17, that's how I met Kay, that's how I met all these boys that, you know, the first show I did. And, just the energy that they put off when I got up there, and just you feed off each other, you know. I feed off the energy that they put out, and, you know, vice versa. And, yeah, you know, getting off stage that night, it was just all clear, and I was like, I can do this shit. I want to do this shit. This is what I want to do. Like, and you know, yeah, that was a big moment. Something that my fan base might not know about me, is everything. I keep it real separate. You know, I just want rawness to be rawness. You know, and rawness is an escape from myself. I want them to be as far away, you know, as possible. You know? And, you know, rawness is just everything that I could never be, so I want to be that, you know. That's sort of the way I look at it. I've got so much coming, honestly, but I don't post much, I don't let much slip, but there's so much shit in the works. There's so much coming. I've got this project coming up, a bunch of good shows, some work with some artists that, you know, I've always wanted to work with, and that, you know, staples in the scene that will be, you know, great to get out. But it's coming, it's all coming. It's just a matter of timing and getting everything out, and, you know, I work away, and studio time is just, I'm in the studio every single time I'm back, but, you know, everything just has to line up, just the timing, and, you know, everyone's running their own thing. Features are hard to line up and get you know, in sync. Everyone records at different studios, and, you know, that's a time consumer for sure. But yeah, there's a lot coming up with a lot of, you know, artists that, you know, just can bar out, you know, and it's some good music. So, do I like surprising people?
Yeah.
In which way?
By keeping this all like a secret in a way.
It's just about the music for me. I've never been into the whole. I didn't even think I could be a rapper. I couldn't give a fuck about fame. I'm not worried about money and shit like that. I just wanted to be about the bars, and I just want to make music with other people that have the same vision and the same passion. You know, so I don't do much of the promo stuff and the marketing. I'm fucking terrible at. I sort of just wish the music could speak for itself. I never really read much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've read a lot of books in my life, but when I was younger, I read a lot of comics. That definitely was an escape for me. Before I had rap. And before I had that, I used to use that a lot. You know, old school anime and stuff like that. Used to watch a lot of that. I never really read like a book properly, I guess, but the comics definitely touched me. Yeah, the comics definitely got to me. You know, people that, all the underdogs. You know, people that, you just didn't think anything of. So yeah, this is one of the books. Is like a 75th anniversary edition of Superman. I used to read Supes constantly when I was a kid. Yeah, he was my go-to guy before I had rap. So yeah, that he really stuck with me a lot. A lot of, you know, underdogs like that. That's something like, yeah. The more pictures the better. No.
If you had the time, what's the genre of book that you would look into?
I guess like sci-fi sort of stuff. Like that stuff's cool. Or even like, you know, fiction stuff. Is fiction the true one? Non-fiction.
Yeah, non-fiction.
Non-fiction, non-fiction. Like I like a lot of like you know, history and stuff like that, war stuff. I like war stuff. That's pretty cool. You know, learning about all that stuff. And history is pretty crazy. Anything that you know, we can go through 1,000 other people being through and it's being written down. You know, I think you can get a lot out of reading. I think you can. I wish I did it more, and I want to do it more. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. It's just because you can go on the go. You know, you can listen to it on the go, and you can just while you're driving or on your headphones, and you know, while you're fucking at the gym, and you know, the commitment to sit down and actually read a book full on through. You know, like that's just so much time. I just don't know, but you know, something I would have said to my younger self: it gets better. It all works out. You know, just keep looking forward. Don't stress about shit you can't control. If your family's good, you're healthy, that's all you fucking need.
See, they cannot fuck with I'm immune to the bullshit. Trust that I got the troops in the movement, front line. I'm in the booth to the full clip, shoot for the movement. I'm too quick, who's this? Deuce of the movement, the blue ink, two fits. Assume I'm a nuisance, truth is that the shoe fits. Who sent for my 2 cents? You dead, you dead, you dead, you dead, whoa. I suppose that I want control, but I won't let go. Too late for that now, too late to back down. I'm on my last round, I'm on the ropes. I was going for the microphone, violence at home that was condoned. So toe to toe, but blow for blow, man, I leave you broke with a broken nose. All these gimmicks and clones, living their phones. It's a mobile home, you've been wicked with those 2 syllable flows. But it's over, you've been overthrown, they cannot fuck with me. Throw punches, we tuck and weave underneath. Now one of these hundreds in front of me touching me. I wouldn't wanna be one of these wannabes. Trust me, man, neither would you. Fuck a pick offense with a few. In a sense, I got something to prove. They can pretend they can never produce. No offense, your defense won't do. My pencil, that's it for you. My boss will go straight through. Man, I'm overcharged cause I'm overdue. No chance of the odds will favor you. My best performer, I'm racing the roof. Read my scars and I paid my dues. My weapon drawn, got it aimed at you. Yeah, go city with a flow. No limit that I know. No city they can hold. Don't get it with a smoke. Hold venom in a no. Open it at a go. Hope I hit him in the dome with it at a go. See, I realize my fault that they don't write, but they wrote. They identify with a ghost. So why would I switch sides? Why would I sit by? I fight for the right to provide my flow. Yeah, to provide my flow. Yeah, to provide my flow.